remember how a few episodes back, I think it was like 10, maybe 15 episodes. I think 1025. After 1025, I had to take a long break, a couple weeks, longer than I intended, because I was just burned out on the show because this whole bringing people back and shit. Just it was so annoying. I just couldn't take it. Well, I just took another almost entire month off. Like people in early access are ready to axe murder me, but it's just I was burned out again. Like I just watched 15 episodes over the course of like 2 weeks. I did like 10 and 5 or something, and then I just shit just kept coming up, and I was busy, sure, but like also like I just had no motivation to watch this, man. Like it's been almost a month. The 8th of last month I recorded, and here I am the 4th of this month I'm recording. Like I'm burned out on this show. And now I woke up this morning excited. I was gonna record Thursday and Friday. Shit came up, and I was like, "Well, I have to record. I have to record today." And then when I thought that, I actually got excited. I'm gonna try to do a shit ton of episodes. We can be as high as 30 over the next couple days. Maybe I'll get burned out again by doing that. But like, I want to get back into this. I want to get to the end of the story arc. I'm remotivated. I'm refocused. But I'm here to tell you the author did a lot of damage, at least to me personally, and other people. I've gotten a little bit of feedback from Hunter Stone and some other people. I haven't talked to my godson about this, but I think this is where he dropped off, where he hasn't actually finished watching what's out there. This is probably the point he dropped off. I need to confirm it with him, but this is probably it, because he said he watched most of it. And he said he dropped off shortly before the anime took a hiatus, right? So this is probably the spot, man. Like he did a lot of damage to the fan base. People aren't going to just put up with any damn thing. Look at Star Wars. Look at how much positive coins in the bank, goodwill, the original trilogy had generated. And most people didn't give a shit about the expanded universe novels that didn't really do any damage or good or anything. In the first prequel movie, there was so much goodwill, there was so much excitement, people were so on board, and then they watched it. And it was like letting the air out of the balloon. I know now that prequel movies are better than we thought they were at the time, and they've aged very well, and they have their own fan bases. Kids who saw those movies first prefer those movies to the original trilogy. And the original trilogy has not really aged that well. We're not here to talk about Star Wars, but I'm just saying time has been very kind. But my point is, I don't care how much goodwill you built up. I don't care how much great storytelling you've done over the years for a long period of time. You can try the audience's patience, and you can push them to the limit. You can they're trying. This show is trying my patience. This story, I should say, because I'm not even blaming the showrunners. The story is trying my patience with all these goddamn people coming back to life. Now, in retrospect, the fact he's a Hydra, and apparently he still isn't dead. If you count the number of heads, Hunter Stone was telling me, if you count the number of heads, there's still one head left. You have to cut his head off that many times or whatever. But see, here's the thing. That coming back to life and resurrecting that way is baked into the mythology, the 1,000-year-old mythology of the Hydra. So it's just different, man. Like that I completely accept. Once you tell me he's a Hydra, I completely accept it. It's just, there's 1,000 years of mythology backing it up. It's kind of like saying, getting mad that a vampire dies from a stake in the heart. Well, yeah, I know this is your favorite vampire, but that's what happens when he gets a stake in the heart. He dies, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're mad. But you can't be mad if a vampire dies from a stake in the heart, and you can't be mad if a Hydra doesn't die if he gets one of his 6, 7 heads cut off. Like, that's just what happens. In fact, I don't think you can kill a Hydra from cutting their heads off. Look at the movie Hercules. The more heads he cut off, the more grew back, right? Hydra from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the Captain America and the Marvel movies, like, you cut off one head, 2 more come up. That's the whole point of a Hydra. So, that, as soon as I found out he was a Hydra, I had no problem with him. The problem I have is all the other goddamn people that come back to life. Or just the absolute refusal of killing people when it doesn't make story sense that they don't die. Look at you, Frankenstein's monster, Moria, whatever the hell his name is. He should be dead, and somehow he's not dead. They never kill anybody, man. So, the show, the thing was, yes, he was the tipping point for me. Him coming back just really pissed me off. Especially when it's such an epic way to kill him. Just came up and took his head off. That was so epic. So if he had bisected him, if he had cut him right here and separated his heart from his lower body, would that have killed him? Probably. It was a specific method that cut his head off. And you do have to admire Kato for just being like, I'm not screwing around. off with your head. Although you'd think Kato would have figured out the math of this is his power and this is what he is. That's another conversation. That was a tipping point, but for me, it was all the other non-deaths we've had in the series, including the artist with just a couple episodes before that. And so I'm still suffering the hangover of that. I'm still burned out on that. So it took me a month to recover. And this is the kind of shit, if I wasn't doing a reaction channel, I might not return to this series for a couple years. I'm just being honest with you. Like, this is my job, so I'm going to do it. But I do feel excited to watch today. Like, I'm not just doing this because it's my job. But if it wasn't my job, I don't think I would have got to the point of even thinking about, hey, I should watch the One Piece today. There's so much other good shit to watch. You know, I'm really enjoying Bleach and JoJo and the insanity, the absolute abject insanity of those shows. You know, Seven Deadly Sins is really good right now. I'm enjoying Steins Gate. You know, those are 4 shows just off the top of my head. Even Boruto is good. And I say that because that's just not as popular of a show. I'm enjoying these shows. One Piece is the undefeated champion. It's a 900-pound gorilla. But, man, you are trying our patience. So what's done is done. The die has been cast. They've made the decision they made. There could be 6 more people in this episode who come back to life. I don't know. But I'm just... one thing Hunter did say that I think is very interesting. Why is it that only the bad guys can't die? Why do good guys die? We've had several good guys die. We had Pedro die, which he's pissed off about. I'm kind of pissed off about whatever his name is, the chief samurai. You know what I'm talking about. Like, I think he just died. You know, why is that? The good guys can die for real and never come back, but the bad guys always come back. Like, are you obsessed with the villains? You just can't never let any of these villains go. That seems to be the case because they keep coming back. Crocodile comes back, and, you know, Daffy might come back at some point. I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying that I have now recharged twice. Within 15 episodes, I had to take long breaks. So, right now, as far as I'm concerned, to start with a clean slate, and I am committed to doing a bunch of episodes today and tomorrow, but goddamn, man. Like, you know, let's have no more shenanigans. Let's have no more foolishness. Let's just, you know, let's start resolving some of these plot lines and start having some of these people die. Kato has to die. If Kato doesn't die at the end of the story arc, I'm going to be pissed. I don't care about him going to prison. People can break out of prison. His ass needs to be dead. The samurai's got one life, one head left. He needs to die too. That's the only way my bloodlust is going to be satisfied. So, all right. Well, anyway, here we go. Episode 1041. I'm back in the saddle, baby. 3, 2, 1. Hey, I even got this framed right. That's pretty good because I'm just I was eyeballing it right. Yeah, yeah. Let's have the mind control. Still not great, but, you know, at least it's for a good cause. Scorpion Death Needle. That's my favorite kind of Death Needle, is a Scorpion Death Needle. We got an honor guard now. Yeah, yeah. Are you sure? Yep, everybody's a precious friend to me when I'm controlling their minds. Incredible is one way to put it. Yeah, but Luffy has done it several times, especially with animals. He'll kick an animal's ass and they'll turn to his side, man. Yeah. Meanwhile, who's who? Who is who? Maybe you should have. Yeah, they're talking about the sun god Nika. This is interesting lore here. I'm going to pay attention to this. You think Luffy is the sun god? Resurrection of the sun god, or the embodiment of him, maybe, you know? Whoever helps me first, I'd give them my allegiance. Yeah. You have the sun and tattoo on your ass. Good point. You don't have to be this angry, but let's have a conversation first, man. I don't know about hollowing me out. Pause, as the kids say these days. Pause. Get wrecked. If it's a secret art, don't show it to him. Yeah, he's stepping on your tail. Well, this is awkward. Demon Brickfist. What's the matter, man? Smash you. Oh, okay. Jesus Christ. Demon Brickfist is not what I want to be hit with. I'm telling you, man. I don't want to see this child abuse, man. This is going to be ugly. I reject your premise. Also, don't dead name me. Then I'm going to cut your head off after I cut ties. Think Yamato and Frankie? Is that what they said? Frankie's going to show up? This bitch got to use a big ass club. F him. Use your fists, man. Like God intended. Or your claws in this case. Yeah. Are you laughing? Yeah. I ain't listening to jack shit. He liked the way you blocked that shit. This is an interesting offer. I don't think he loves this child. It's more of like an ownership thing. This is my shit. My shit will do what I say. You know, that kind of thing. Well, you're gonna have to keep killing them then. Like I said, sometimes they come back. Yeah. Oh shit. Get wrecked. Ow. Yeah. What a dick. Hey man, you have the power of Thor. Well, you did. Odin is a god of lightning, right? Among other things. What the hell? Yeah, that's a big ass tail. I don't think we need a tail that big. Just saying. There have been very strong objections to me calling Sulong the other thing. So I will refrain, but just know I'm thinking it every time. So I don't know if this is gonna be an improvement or not. But is that so? Is that a Sulong? You're talking a lot of shit for a cook. Who was they saying Queen was? Queen was somebody's father. Frankie's father? I don't remember. They have some similarities. They both have swag. They're both kind of like mechanically inclined, it seems. By although Frankie poses, he doesn't dance. I can't remember. Queen's supposed to be somebody's father. Maybe it's Frankie. That would be interesting. I don't know if it's ever confirmed in canon or not, but somebody was telling me about that speculation. Yeah, I still want Queen to die though. He's a punk ass. He's the most dangerous minion, really. Maybe it's because he's gotten the most screen time. What kind of injection are they giving Zoro there? I love that he's in his. He's so heavily bandaged up, right? Because in the world of One Piece, the only medicine is a bandage. That's it. That's all there is. There's no other type of medicine. Yeah. Hey, informed consent. He's all about the procedures and the techniques, man. Excellent. But it'll cost you 10 years of your life. He's like, bring it on. Excellent. Look at him. He's so wrapped up. How temporary. If it's only 10 minutes, that doesn't really help. Nope. It's going straight up your ass. It's got to really get up in there. Jesus Christ, man! You didn't have to be that aggressive. His bedside manner is trash. Too late. Nope. Hey, pause. Pause. Yeah, it's just his arm. I guess that's fine. Yeah. Really? That's what I'm saying. What a dick. I can't see your veins, so YOLO. Whatever happens, happens. Well, and then he died. Right brain tower, skull dome. Speaking of Frankie, Iron Big Bro. Yeah. Hilarious. Obey me. Yeah. Well, shit. Well, I don't like. Is he the Scorpion? Because at first I was thinking he was a spider, which I really don't like. I think he's because he was doing the Scorpion punch, right? Yeah, yeah. Look at all the hearts. Thumbs up. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, the posing. There's a lot of similarities between posing and dancing. Not the armored division. This is rank treason. Yeah, like I said, I don't care about you, bitch. Hey, he's strong as hell though. Got to give him that. What is he like? Was it a brachiosaurus? What kind of dinosaur was that? That was basically like an armored tank. That's what he looks like. Don't know. Yeah, you got to avoid that headbutt, man. That would have been some shit. Yeah, he tough as nails. They're really both of them are really in it for the shit talking. I think I'm going to stay in your way. I'm going to obstruct. Yeah. Jesus. Blocking out the sun. That's quite a long sword you got there, buddy. Frankie's got a sword too. Yeah. Meanwhile, this some bitch. He's still trying to talk you into this bullshit. I'm finally giving you respect you've been looking for 20 years. Hilarious. Don't they taste nasty? Yeah. You're a kitty cat, I think. No? The hell are you? Yeah. It was fear. Trying to figure out what creature that is. Is it a goat? Oh, by the way, the Odin I was thinking of with the lightning is spelled with an I, not an E. So, not the same Odin. So the lightning, I don't know where the hell the lightning came from. Maybe that's just part of the transformation. This is a 80s action movie music here, which is very appropriate for him. That probably is intentional. You could crank up any 80s action movie, Van Damme, Steven Seagal, whatever, Schwarzenegger, Stallone. This track would be in there somewhere. That's like one of those Bleach swords. You know, their swords be funny and tricky, right? Yeah, yeah. I see. So it's like a buzzsaw, essentially. Not only is it a big ass sword, it's a tricky sword. Yeah, you're just gonna get chopped up, man. I don't know about all that. Yeah, she looks evil as hell. What the hell? No, not really a chainsaw or a buzzsaw, because it's like rotating. It's like oscillating, right? It's not going. Well, maybe it is though. See, a chainsaw moves like this. That seemed to be moving like this. So I'm not sure what the hell it is. He just seems to like to rotate. Yeah, I'm a helicopter. Helicopter dinosaur. He's out of his damn mind. The author, I mean. The hell's he doing? Let me just hover up here. Anybody got any anti-aircraft fire? Look at him. Oh shit, here we go. Yeah, that's a problem. Look at all that blood. You guys should have left like I asked you to. Damn. It's a buzzsaw, all right. Jesus Christ. It's like a tempest, right? Don't you have anti-aircraft? Surely you do, man. You're like a Tonker toy. Yeah, that's right. Blast him out of the sky. F this guy. Yeah, get wrecked. This is pretty awesome, man. It's a nice change-up pitch for the other kinds of fights we have, right? Yeah. Damn. More property damage. None of this island's gonna be standing, so I don't know why I care, but I do. You know. Yeah. So that's what it's called, a triceratops? That seems familiar to me. Yeah, turn that damn sword off. Jump him. Don't let him sit here and screw around. That's right. Hit him with the rocket. Yeah. Oh, that's what they all say. It's not the. What is it? There's something about the motion in the ocean, but I can't remember what the first part is. Anyway, size doesn't matter, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. We just need that musical track from the Western movie, right? Yeah. Do something. Chop him down to size. Were you afraid? What the hell? Did you run out of juice? Right. Now he's embarrassed. Don't be shy. Yeah, look at him. He's blushing. He's blushing because he made a mistake. Dumb ass. That would be awkward, wouldn't it? Also, they had to burn an extra minute, I guess, for the episodes. But whatever. I like it. Get this son bitch. Shoot him. Well, shit. Snap him in half. Headbutt him. You got that spike on your top of your head. Headbutt the son bitch. Or suplex him. Right in the face. I'll take it. I'm not real wild about wrestling moves, but in this case, we gotta do what we gotta do. Yeah, that's right, bitch. Meanwhile, have they done the mouth to mouth yet? I can't remember. Somebody give him the kiss of life. Yeah, as long as it's been cleared, okay. Hey, hottie there on the left. Kiss him back to life. I'm not saying it has to be a girl, but we got a girl here, so let's have it. Come on now. Yeah. Somebody do something, man. Well, I was saying the good guys die, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, he got his color back. That's good. I don't know what that would look like in the manga, since, black and white. How did they portray that? He needs meat. He's hungry. You have any K rations? Shit on a shingle? Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah. Um, I was talking about this in a reaction to something else about how Dad, when he was down in Cuba in the 70s, any ship that came to port, he had to safety inspect. His job was the official safety inspector of the port, right? So he'd have to take the ship out. It didn't matter what it was, whether it's a destroyer. They never had carriers or battleships there. Or, they may have had heavy cruisers. Anything else? Destroyers, frigates, sub tenders, even the cargo ships. He had to safety inspect everything because that just was what happened. Anybody who went through that part of the world, right? If you go to that port, you get safety inspected. So one of the things he hated the most was having to safety inspect the submarines because he said he had been in the Navy for 20 years. He's not going to get on a ship and have them intentionally sink it. His whole career was about being on ships that didn't sink, right? That was a big fear, especially when the time he was in the service. The 50s to the 70s, man, ships would sink. Nowadays, I don't think it's probably been 20 years since a Navy ship has sunk. But back then, that was a thing, right? So they would go out on top of the water in the submarine, and then they had to go out like 5-10 miles or something, turn around, come back, and that was enough for him to safety inspect them. And so one time there was a storm, and they said, "Look, we can be back to port in 10 minutes if you let us go underwater, or it's going to take us an hour on top of the water because of the storm." He's like, "Well, I guess it's going to take us an hour." So he was on the ship longer than intended, right? Like it was supposed to be like a 2-hour cruise, and it ended up taking 4 or 5 hours, something like that. So mealtime showed up, and so the meal was, I'll never forget this. He described this to me. It was, imagine a styrofoam cup, about what you would get a medium sized cup at a fast food restaurant today. Now, medium size for normal people would be about like this, but you know how they're bigger, in fast food places. So it's about that size of a cup. It was filled with rice and chili, and that was their lunch. It was in a styrofoam cup, man. They had to eat it out of a styrofoam cup rather than a plate. And the reason it was in a styrofoam cup is because there was a storm happening, right? And the ship's shaking around and stuff like that. And so he ate this chili and rice out of a styrofoam cup, and it was actually apparently really good. But that's the first thing that came to mind because it's a submarine and he's asking for food. Just bring him a bunch of styrofoam cups of chili and rice. That's a long way to go, but I thought maybe somebody'd find that interesting.